Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the hidden messages in financial reports. And today we're looking at iQSTEL Incorporated, a company that has been making some interesting moves, and we're going to see what their latest report really tells us. So what is the big news from iQSTEL Incorporated on the 1st of October 2025? Well, it seems they've been busy with some important announcements. The company has put out press releases talking about their financial performance, their plans for future dividends, which is always interesting to investors. And get this, they are entering the cybersecurity business by partnering with a company called Cybersecurity. That is a pretty big shift. Now, these press releases are important because they give us a snapshot of what iQSTEL wants us to know about their current situation. It is not just about past numbers, but also about where they are heading. And here's another press release from a bit later in October that might shed more light on these developments. This whole filing in 80K is basically iQSTEL telling the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, about significant events that are happening with the company that investors should know about. They are listed on the NASDAQ Capital Market under the ticker symbol iQST, so their stock performance is definitely something many are watching. It is always fascinating to see companies expand into new areas. Moving into cybersecurity from their previous operations is a strategic pivot. Cybersecurity is a massive and growing industry, and if they can capture even a small piece of it, it could be a game changer for their revenue and profitability. We'll have to wait for the next full financial report to see how this initial move into cybersecurity is actually impacting their bottom line, but it signals an ambition to diversify and tap into a high growth sector. Let's look at the financial nuances they disclosed in these announcements. While specific numbers and detailed tables aren't directly presented here as a financial statement, the mention of financial achievements and future dividend goals tells us they are aiming for positive results and shareholder returns. This usually means they're expecting to either increase profits or at least maintain a stable, profitable position. Now, for the exciting part, this 80K is more about announcing new developments and strategic directions. The real meat of their financial health would typically be in their quarterly 10Q or annual 10K filings. However, the fact that they're highlighting financial achievements and future dividend goals suggests a positive outlook from management. When a company mentions dividends, it typically means they have a stable cash flow and are confident enough in their earnings to return some of that profit back to the shareholders. This is a sign of maturity and financial health, or at least the management's intention to project it. But we must remember that promises of future dividends are not guarantees. They depend on continued financial success. The entry into the cybersecurity business is a very significant strategic move. It is not just a small side venture. It suggests a deliberate effort to expand their market presence and revenue streams. Cybersecurity is a field with extremely high demand, driven by the increasing number of cyber threats facing businesses worldwide. If iQSTEL can develop or acquire strong cybersecurity capabilities, it could open up a whole new and potentially very lucrative market for them. It is a high risk, high reward move that could significantly reshape the company. As future, we'll be keeping a close eye on how this cybersecurity venture develops, and more importantly, its financial impact. Does it mean they're re-sacrificing focus on their existing businesses, or is it a synergistic expansion that bolsters their overall performance? Looking at the signature here, Leandro Iglesias, the Chief Executive Officer, signed off on the 10th of October 2025. This signifies that the information presented in this report has been reviewed and authorized by the top leadership of iQSTEL Incorporated. It's common practice for the CEO to be the final signatory for these important disclosures, showing their responsibility for the accuracy and completeness of the information provided to the public and the regulatory bodies. Overall, iQSTEL Incorporated seems to be in a phase of active transformation. They are not just reporting on past performance, but are signaling future intentions with the cybersecurity venture and dividend plans. The real test will be in how they execute on these strategies and translate them into tangible financial results. Right now, it is a story of ambition and diversification, aiming to leverage new market opportunities while hopefully maintaining their core business. So, what is my take on all of this? iQSTEL is making some bold moves, especially with the cybersecurity expansion. This is a sector with huge growth potential, and if they can execute well, it could be a major win. However, expanding into a new technical field like cybersecurity requires significant investment and expertise. It carries its own set of risks, and success is far from guaranteed. The mention of future dividend goals is positive, suggesting management is confident in their ability to generate profits. But, as always, we need to see if these achievements are sustainable, and if the new ventures truly contribute to the company's financial strength. The direction of the company is certainly one of expansion and adaptation, which can be good, but diversification can also stretch resources too thin if not managed properly. Alright, that is our quick decode of this iQSTEL Incorporated report. What is your take on their move into cybersecurity? And do you think they can deliver on those dividend promises? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this insight valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description for even more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decode.